When you first open the app, it'll give you three options. The first option is the one you're going to want to select if you are a operator in one of the machines. And you're going to type in the username that your supervisor gives you. Usually it's your first name, and then the password is usually 123456. So if I type in my first name, 123456, I hit login, it'll take me to here. The first thing that shows up is everything that you need to make sure that you do to complete everything safely and correctly. So you scroll down, you hit accept, and it'll start you off with where you are and your next location that you need to get to. So there I am, and the pink dotted line is the next location that I need to get to. So once you start traveling, once you start going on the dotted path to get to your next location, the location will turn blue once you get to it. You don't have to follow the pink path to get to the next location. It's just a guideline for Google to help you get there. But if you know how to get to the next location, you can do it yourself. You have to make sure you get to the red location. That's the order we want you to follow. That's the best order for you guys to get it done efficiently. So you can zoom in and zoom out here, whatever's comfortable for you. Just as long as when you zoom in or you zoom out, you hit the recenter button. So I'll show you on here. So if I zoom out and I go over here just to look at the map, if I hit this recenter button in the bottom left corner, it takes me back to where I am. It's going to center me in the screen and follow me again. You can put it to any zoom that you want. As long as you hit recenter, it'll follow you. So once you get to the end of the sidewalk, it'll turn green, saying that it's completed, and it'll show you where the next red location is. In this case, it's right beside you, so now it'll refresh and turn blue because you're on that sidewalk already. So now you're going to start going up the sidewalk. If the sidewalks are not drawn on correctly, if it's just too far and you're supposed to stop in the middle of the sidewalk or something, and you can usually tell, you don't go on people's properties and stuff, it only recognizes when you get to the end of the sidewalk. So in this scenario, if you can't get to the end of the sidewalk and it's not showing complete, the bottom right corner here, there's a complete button, you hit that and it'll complete the current sidewalk that you're on. Now it'll show the pink dotted line to show you how to get to your next location again. You can select the next location or any location. So all the white lines that you see here, you can select a white line. Once you tap it, the bottom will turn yellow, saying that you have selected a sidewalk that is not your next location. You can select it if you want to do that next and you don't want to go in the order that we suggest. You can select the sidewalk and hit complete, and it'll make that sidewalk complete. We do not recommend you guys doing this, but if at all necessary, you want to catch a sidewalk on the way to your next sidewalk and it's not showing up, you can do that. But like I said, we don't recommend that. So in this scenario, you can select the red sidewalk, hit complete. It'll turn it to green and say that it's complete, and then show you directions to the next location from where you are. In the bottom right corner, there's the yellow triangle. Once you select it, there's options. If there's ever any issues, you can type the issues. So if you get into an accident, make sure you select accident and type in a description. I hit a car. If there's any damage you do to a fence or a bus stop, You can type it in here, hit damage, hit submit. If you're stuck, you can hit stuck. If you need to describe it, you can. Breakdown, if you break your windshield, you pop a tire, something goes wrong, hit breakdown, type it in, and hit submit. When you do this, it always goes to your supervisor and to the shop so a truck driver can come help you. Trip hazard is if there's a trip hazard and you want to warn yourself for the next round that there's a trip hazard on this location, on this sidewalk. Hit trip hazard, submit, it'll show up every single time you get there every round. And then obstruction is if something's in your way, like a parked car, and you can't complete that sidewalk, you hit obstruction and you go from there. You hit submit. If it's construction or whatever it is, you hit submit, then we know why that location is not complete. There's the refresh map button. You're going to want to hit that if your supervisor updates the map and tells you he wants you to go to a different location. You hit refresh map in the bottom right corner there, and it'll refresh it for you. If you can't figure out how to get to your next location because the pink line either isn't showing up or something and you're having a hard time figuring it out, if you select this button in the top right corner here, it'll take you to Google Maps and help you get there through Google Maps. So you'll hit start. And you can follow the path to get to that location. If you are stationary and you're not moving, Google Maps doesn't understand. It'll only know which direction you're facing if you're moving. So sometimes you'll be stationary and you'll realize that the map keeps flipping around. You can see the compass in the top left corner here. That's always going to tell you which direction the map is showing you. As long as you're moving, it'll know which direction you're going in, and it'll put the direction you're going in at the top of the screen. If for some reason you need to close the app because it's either glitching or something's going on, you swipe down and you'll see this here. You'll hit stop and it'll close the app. Then you can reopen it again, go through the steps, hit accept. It'll take you to where you are again and you can go from there.